Welcome back to Scary Stories Before Bed. My name is Ari, reading you original human-written stories that you can listen to before you go to sleep. I recommend saving these and listening to them later when you're in bed, relaxed, comfortable, and the lights are out. Try to do this once a week, so if you like this, please comment and follow. And without further delay, please enjoy.
The last case I worked on as a stenographer was one that never really left me. Looking back, I believe it was the reason I ultimately decided to retire. They had brought in a young man, no older than 20, to stand trial for the brutal murder of his friend. According to the prosecution, the victim's body was found crudely hacked to a dozen pieces. Forensics and autopsy revealed that the victim had been alive for most of it. The defense opened by trying to plead for insanity, which would always bother me. Usually felt like yet another cheap attempt for a psychopath to try and avoid justice, but not this time. When he took the stand, it was something in his body. He could barely walk and struggled miserably to take the stand. And when he sat there, he couldn't stop shivering. It was the middle of August and the fans weren't working, so he was either the best actor I'd ever seen or he actually seemed ill. The two friends were last seen attending a concert together at the Red Rocks Amphitheater. The victim and the defendant were childhood friends who grew up in the area. Being local, they always knew the weak points in security where they could sneak in. That night, though, their usual entry had been walled off by the venue. Without a second option, both had decided to use their rock climbing skills to free climb the sandstone. Halfway up, they had spotted a small cave in the rock formation that directly opened into a box seat vantage point of the concert. The two men enjoyed the concert, very pleased with themselves. After the performance, the defendant stated that they decided to try and sneak out with the crowd. They had crawled back to the exit of the cave when they had noticed a figure a few feet down the rock side. The men ducked back in, thinking maybe, possibly, there was security all the way up here. They didn't move a muscle, trying to wait it out. The venue had closed for the night, and they could hear the last of security closing out and turning off the main lights. I think the coast was clear. Both men crawled slowly out. The defendant, shaking, told the jury that when he looked back out, the figure was still there. When his lawyer asked who he saw, it was like I could feel his heart drop when he uttered, "A headless woman." The jury groaned. The headless hatchet lady was an old Morrison legend, used to scare kids from sneaking away and making out at concerts. I would have moaned too, except that day, the way his knuckles turned white from gripping the stand, something felt different.